Ooh, it's spooky season. Ooh. I saw somebody in the chat that was like, wow, Halloween's coming early, huh? Because we're still in September. Dude, I was in Walmart yesterday and they have already moved out all of the Halloween crap, and now Christmas is. And you know what? Even me, this is how I know I'm getting old, when I look at that and I'm just like, oh, come on now. We're not even in October yet. We're not even in the month where Halloween takes place at the end of said month, and we're just skipping 3 months ahead to Christmas. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yes. It's the first day of fall, so it's fine. Oh, it is the first day of fall. I missed that. I have my Jujutsu Kaisen calendar over here. Jujutsu. I always want to say jujitsu. It's jujutsu. Jutsu. Naruto. Think Naruto. Jutsu. It has a character on it. She's like a little girl that has a broom. Her name's Momo Nishimiya. I have no idea about this character, anything like that. I'm always confused by this JJK calendar to the next of me. All right, I have no idea what any of these characters mean. Domain expansion. There you go. Like, yeah. Like, hold up. I don't even know why I bought it. Okay, here's the thing. I bought the JJK calendar so I would get into JJK. Like, I would have the calendar next to me all year, and I thought that would motivate me to read more JJK. But, like, the more that, like, no, the months keep going by, and I'm just like, okay, which character is finally going to motivate me to read JJK? It might be Mai. Maybe in October 1st, when I flip the calendar over, I'll be like, you know what? I'm going to finally get caught up on JJK because of Mai. Which character is going to be the one that did it? Is it going to be Mai? Is it going to be Kasumi? Is it going to be Mechamaru Ultimate? What the fuck is this thing? What is this thing? Oh, okay. But, yeah. Okay, well, anyway. So, hold on a minute. Oh, man. Okay. So it's been a while. It's been a hot minute since we've done a stream on YouTube, so we'll see. I've been streaming on Twitch past couple of weeks. Whenever we do the Yu-Gi-Oh streams, me and Briggs will stream on Twitch now. So Tuesdays over on Twitch at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll usually find me there playing Yu-Gi-Oh with Briggs. Those streams, for the most part, have been okay. My internet was adjusted a little bit a while ago. And even then, that was like honestly like a month ago. And I just like, okay, I'm just going to wait a little bit longer before I stream. So we'll stream today and we'll see what happens. Okay. But today, we got to talk about a chapter, because I've loved doing these chapters discussions, like these post-chapter discussions. And yeah, with the internet problems, I just kind of had to stop doing those, and that really sucked. So let's just get right into it, honestly, before I get off on a million tangents, kind of almost did. Very rarely avoided a tangent with the JJK calendar, okay? But we're getting back on track here. So somebody, for the love of God in the chat, give me a question about the last chapter so we can stay on track. Come on, give me something. I don't even care. How big did Luffy's dick get when he goes into Gear 5th? We can talk about that. Whatever, just as long as it's on track with the chapter. All right. Opinion on the Sanji to Frankie image, so could be Davon with how they're hanging onto the car. Okay. I don't think either of them are Davon. I don't think that. But it is interesting. One thing that Oda is really doing now, like especially with Onigashima, is because he has such a large cast of Straw Hats, I wouldn't be surprised if Oda has like a sheet of paper or like a file at some point where he basically just tracks how many Straw Hats have like fought together. You know what I mean? So like Usopp and Chopper fought together quite a bit. They have like that tag team thing going on. And it would be cool to see Usopp and Chopper fight again as like they're a good team together, right? But I think Oda really knows like, hey, the series is kind of entering the final saga, so I'm not going to have a lot of opportunities to have all the Straw Hats fight. So we gotta mix and match here, okay? We gotta see like which Straw Hats have not had like a team up fight together, okay? So like during Onigashima, we had a lot of really good ones. We had Brook and Robin. That was a really cool team up there. We had Frankie and Brook riding in. Frankie and Brook like running over Big Mom's face. That was really cool. And Brook shows up and slices Zeus. Some of the fights aren't really fights. Like that wasn't really a fight. That was more of just vehicular Big Mom slaughter. That was just kind of like Frankie running over Big Mom with a motorcycle. That wasn't really much of a fight, but it was Big Mom getting run over by Frankie on a motorcycle. So that was fun. So, I guess we're going to focus on Sanji and Frankie now. And I don't think Sanji and Frankie have ever had like a tag team just like, okay, Frankie, let's go. Yes, super Sanji, let's go. That would actually be a really cool fight. You could see Sanji go Ifrit Jambe and like kick the crap out of a PX or something. And then all of a sudden Frankie fires a laser in the background. Like they'd have some really cool finishing moves. I want to see some Persona 5 Royal finishing moves with the Straw Hats. I want to see that crap, okay? Frankie was a beast against Big Mom. Literally drives over her face with a motorcycle, and nothing ever comes of it. Big Mom doesn't like, I'll get you, Cyborg Frankie. Like, he got away with that shit. The level of disrespect, but Frankie got away with it, man. Literally runs over Big Mom and just goes off to fight a Triceratops or some shit. I don't know. There you go. Yeah. Or some Dragon Quest 11 pep powers. I've never played Dragon Quest, but that's a tangent. Let's skew it back. Playing a lot of Baldur's Gate 3. That's a massive tangent. That's literally opening like the Taj Mahal of tangents, okay? Sanji and Frankie are both warriors of science. There you go. Okay, that's actually a really cool way. Oh! I want to see Sanji. I guess it was destroyed, the raid suit, but there was like a whole subplot with the raid suit where Sanji had it. I have it back here, actually. I have a copy of it because, oh no, everything's falling down. Because Sanji destroyed his, I wanted to make sure to have a copy. So I have my copy of the stealth black suit right here, right? So Sanji, when he used this, at like in not in the palace, but like in the Flower Capital against like Page One and everybody, he specifically mentioned like, I gotta have Usopp and Frankie look at this and like modify the design of the outfit, right? And then he just crushes it later in Onigashima. So I'm like, I was kind of disappointed in that. Like, was there ever going to be like a thing? Maybe that was a plot thread Oda abandoned. Maybe Oda was like kind of on the fence about like keeping the stealth black suit around or getting rid of it. But here's the thing, like, Oda is a really big fan of like, tokusatsu, Super Sentai, Kamen Rider kind of stuff. So the idea that Sanji has a Super Sentai kind of Power Rangers transformation sequence, like, it seems like a little bit of a waste to just destroy that, right? So I'm thinking like maybe not even this anymore, but couldn't Frankie, like with the technology that they have, since he analyzed it a little bit, maybe he could make a raid suit? Like Frankie with Vegapunk should be able to make a raid suit. Like, there's no reason why Vegapunk can't do that. Any piece of technology that Caesar, Judge, or Queen was capable of, Vegapunk is capable of at a higher degree of competency, okay? Vegapunk could create Shinokuni, but make it actually work. Vegapunk could turn Frankie into a giant cyborg dinosaur, and do not tell me that he would not be able to do that. Vegapunk could build a cyborg dinosaur and put Frankie's brain inside of it. He could definitely do that. Vegapunk could make a clone army way better than Judge ever could, all right? A Cola raid suit. Yeah, let's go with that. Sure. Would the robot be at Luffy's command? I'm thinking that's probably what's going to happen. I don't think the robot is going to be like a sentient robot. I mean, it could be. The robot could wake up and be like, hello, Joy Boy. Thank you so much for reviving me. It's been so long. I've been crying oil in a junkyard for the last 200 years. It could be like the actual Iron Giant that actually has like autonomy and awareness. Or it could just be like, Joy Boy, your orders, please. It could be something like that. Like Vegapunk. Oh yeah, Vegapunk could improve the Rumble Balls even more. You could get a perfect Rumble Ball. Like, let's say Chopper's Rumble Balls were built like, he didn't really have access to all the Devil Fruit information. He had access to his own, but also like the medical technology on Drum Island was pretty advanced, like Dr. Kureha's medical technology. But when it comes to the science technology to actually break down and synthesize like medicine and shit, probably wasn't that advanced. But when it comes to Vegapunk and Caesar's like the black market version of the Rumble Ball. That's like, hey there, Chopper, you want the real stuff? I got the good stuff right here. That kind of shit. But then Vegapunk could synthesize. Vegapunk is like the Walter White of Rumble Balls. I'm rewatching Breaking Bad right now. I just finished season 3. Going back on the tangent, but like, no, that is a good apropos. Like, literally at that point, Vegapunk is the Walter White, like 99% purity meth. Like 99.99% purity Rumble Balls. That's the kind of stuff that Vegapunk could crank out. Breaking Bad, but with Vegapunk. Jesse, we need to cook Quasar. Okay, I'm gonna be making some meth. Vegapunk would be good at it. He would be good, If Caesar was giving out them gas station pills. I mean, kinda. He's like, Stimu crank. Here's that trucker pills. And, hey, you need something to keep awake? I could help you out with that. I could do that for you. Here you go. Turn it into Beetlejuice there for a second. Hey, Chopper, you want to turn into a monster? Yeah, I could do that for you. Just say the words, man. Come on, say the words. Sanji is going to become Sora and get its suit. Yeah, I mean, there you go. I mean, I think there's more options with Sanji than just having his like his boosted defense with his body being hardened. I think there's more shit you could definitely do with that. Since Luffy could spawn sunglasses, do you think Gear 5 Luffy could create a light switch and turn off Kizaru? So I don't think he could do anything like that, although I'm not throwing it out. But I did throw out the idea that, like, he could pull a mirror. Like, you could totally see a scene where Kizaru's up in the sky charging up, like, a giant solar beam or, like, a Genki Dama. He's making a Genki Dama, and he's like, Straw Hat, you're done. And then he throws the freaking Spirit Bomb, and Luffy's, like, freaking out, and he's like, oh, what? What am I gonna do? Oh, my God. His eyes are popping out. His body's popping out. He's doing, like, the Bugs Bunny thing where he's like, huh? What? Huh? Aha! And then he just, like, messes around in his afro and pulls out, like, a giant mirror, and it just bounces the freaking light right back at Kizaru, and he's like, huh? And it doesn't really hurt Kizaru. He just absorbs it back into himself. But, like, I could see that kind of stuff. There was I've brought this up before, but there was a concept art for Luffy's Gear 5th. When Luffy went into Gear 5th against Kaido, Oda drew, like, a bunch of different possibilities for how Luffy could react and move around. And one of them was the cuckoo clock, like the cuckoo clock coming out of Luffy's head. And I'm like, oh, man, I want to see that. And I want to see also Luffy pulling objects, like, out of hammer space. Like, that's definitely what I want to see. Why no Ancient Robot update? That's One Piece, dude. One Piece, Oda will introduce something, like, it was just the last chapter, okay? Oda will show something in 1092, and it might not get addressed until 1096. But it will be addressed. Don't worry about it. He can't address every single plot thread in every single chapter. Sometimes you just gotta focus on other characters. Oda was like, okay, in this chapter, we're gonna focus on Vegapunk and Atlas going down to the lower realm. We're going to focus on Luffy fighting Kizaru. That's like what this chapter is going to focus on. I'll get to the other stuff with the robot later. Like, that's how it goes. Yeah. It needs time to get up. Yeah, the guy's been rusted in a junkyard for the last 200 years. It's going to take a while. The Tin Man needed some oil to move around a little bit. You know what I mean? What are your future videos looking like, Tekking? Anything One Piece? Anything non-One Piece? Oh, you're implying I actually sit down and think about, like, video ideas way in advance. Like, yes. So, for next week, my video is going to be about the situation in Ukraine. It's just like, no, I don't plan things. I just literally, I didn't even know I was doing this today. I woke up this morning and I was like, I wasn't even planning on making a video, but I'm like, you know what? I should try doing a stream again. That should be fun. So that's where we're at right now. That robot has no SSD drive. It takes a while. That robot is running. That robot's 200, well, not just 200 years. That robot is like 900 years old. It's going to take a while. You know how many updates that thing is going to need? That thing wakes up and it's like, now installing update 1 of 99,327. It's going to take a while to update WinRAR on that thing. Or QuickTime. It's running on a very primitive version of QuickTime, all right? It has to upgrade from QuickTime to Adobe to Skype to Discord to, it's got to update through every single system, all right? It's got to go from Netscape Navigator all the way up to, like, the newest version of Chrome. It's going to take a while, all right? Oh, God. Props for anybody that knows Netscape Navigator. Props to them. That was before even my time, honestly. Netscape Navigator was like when I was a baby. That was like that. Oh, man. Floppy disk drive. Joshua, thank you. Thank you by Jack for the stopping the spam. Thanks to Jack. Let's all give an applause to Jack. Jack, you have done a good job, Jack. Welcome into my inner circle, Jack. Oh, yes. Yes. No spam, please. Thank you, Jack. Yes. All right, let's look at some super chats. It's been a while since I've looked at those. When was my last super chat? My last super chat was August 1st, because that was the last time I streamed on here. That was almost 2 months ago. All right, let's see. What do we got? Some new super chats. We do. Like D Stream. Thanks you. That was from Jesus. Jesus sent me that message. Like D Stream. Thanks, Jesus. Hey, guys, I found Jesus. What else do we have? Do you think Momo would still remember Buggy? If yes, it should be pretty easy to talk his way into seeing the Wano Poneglyph. Momo was a little baby when he was on Roger's crew. He would have been like... Okay, Momo was 8 20 years ago when Odin was killed, and then they made the time jump. So if Momo was 8 20 years ago, then when they were sailing around on Roger's ship, he would have been like 3. Because that was like 25 years before. That was like 25, 26. He disbanded the Roger Pirates 25 years ago. Because Roger needed like a year to like go back to the South Blue and like hang out with Rouge a little bit. Like, Roger deserved a reward after being the king of the pirates. I'm not saying Rouge was the reward. I mean, like, peace and happiness was his reward. Like having a family, at least the closest thing he could have to a family, was his reward. And Rouge already loved Roger. Like, I don't think Roger met Rouge for the first time after he disbanded the crew and just Rouge immediately fell in love with him. I think they knew each other prior to that. So he goes back to the South Blue, he reunites with Rouge, and he's like, hey, Rouge, I'm home. And Rouge is like, like, oh my God, and like hugs him. And they spend a little bit of time together, not long, but enough to have Ace, well, at least, for Rouge to be pregnant with Ace. And then he leaves to go turn himself in, right? So that was 25 years ago when he left. So Momo would have known him when he was like 2, maybe 3. So, like, even Momo himself said, like, I kind of have memories of Roger, but it's like really faded and really fuzzy. You know what I mean? So, Momonosuke might remember Shanks and Buggy, but, I mean, he might remember Buggy's nose. He might remember, like, because Buggy has a very distinctive face, blue hair, big red nose. So I would imagine little Momonosuke was, like, honking, Buggy's nose, like, ah, like, that's funny. You know what I mean? Like, so maybe he might remember him. Who knows? It's possible. Let's see. V Prism asks, Dragon appearing chapter 1100. I'm feeling it. Yeah, a lot of people think that because Dragon's first appearance was like chapter 100 when they were heading to the Grand Line, so 1,000 chapters later. Although Dragon has showed up before. I mean, like, it's not a big deal because Dragon has done stuff now. I mean, not a lot, but he was in a chapter not long ago. He was in a chapter like 10 chapters ago. There was Dragon. He's a lot more prevalent in the series than Shanks is. They're both not really in the series a lot, but they're in the series a lot more than, Dragon is in the series more than Shanks is. Are you excited for the Undead Unluck anime next month? Also, thanks for all the equality content. Well, thank you. Yes, I'm really excited. I didn't know, I knew Undead Unluck was getting an anime. I didn't know it was coming out next month, so that's really cool. Really great anime. I'm really enjoying the manga where it's going right now. So I can't wait until we get to that point in the manga. You have to really pay attention to the anime. All I'm saying is if you've never read Undead Unluck, pay close attention to the way all the characters are in the anime because something's going to happen later that's going to make you like kind of test your skills on that. Come watch One Piece. Dragon does stuff. Oh, yeah. Dragon does stuff more than Shanks does anyway. Adam Sandler as Kizaru. Batista as Kainu, and Jason Momoa as Aokiji. Who'd you have as an IRL One Piece Admirals? Well, the One Piece Admirals are based off of actual Japanese actors from, like, the 50s. So, I don't know. I would honestly maybe prefer you go with, like, actors, like Japanese actors that are similar in vein to those kind of actors, like in old school, like, gangster movies. Because that's literally where Oda got the inspiration from them. Like, old Japanese, like, Yakuza gangster movies from, like, the 50s and 60s that he grew up with. So, having that kind of, like a gangster movie kind of aesthetic, like maybe like New Jack City or something with that, like, I don't know. Something like that wouldn't be bad for the Admirals. Or with Akainu, you can maybe just go with like a really stern, like, I don't know, like even like not J.K. Simmons, but you know what I mean? Like somebody like J.K. Simmons' voice for Akainu, I think would be pretty good. But like a really serious, no nonsense kind of dude. Hey Tekken, great work on the content recently. I was wondering what's happening with Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression series you were doing with Briggs. I'm still doing it with Briggs. It's just over on my Twitch, so you can go check that out there. We stream every Tuesday around 2. What do you think about Saturn's decision would be? Saturn's decision? Well, I think Saturn's going to show up in the next chapter. I think the Mark IIIs are going to go back in control of the Vegapunks because Atlas gave the order, and they're going to start attacking, and it's going to be very clear that with the Pacifista Mark IIIs on the Vegapunk side, they definitely have the advantage. So Garcia's going to have to realize, St. J. Garcia Saturn's going to realize, I have to get involved. Like, if I don't get involved, we're going to lose. So he's not going to want to do it, but he's going to have to go to the island and give the order directly, and then he's going to have to go into he's probably going to transform, and he's probably going to have to reveal himself to all the Marines on the island, and he's not going to like that. He's like, Eames not going to approve of this, but, he has to do it, otherwise they're going to lose, right? Where is Smoker? Really good question. I think Oda is going to address that because Tashigi went off with Garp to save everybody at Hachinosu, and Smoker was not part of that group to save Garp. He also was not part at G14 that we know of. We didn't see him there with Doll or anybody. Smoker went off somewhere. Smoker's just not off like smoking a big stogie or whatever and just like, who cares? No, he had a goal in mind. He's like, Tashigi, stay here at G14. I'm going somewhere to talk to somebody about some shit, all right? I guess he wasn't with Aokiji because Aokiji was accounted for. Maybe he's with Fujitora. Actually, Smoker and Fujitora being together wouldn't be a bad idea because we don't know what's up with Fujitora right now. He's a little bit absent. We don't really know where Green Bull... Green Bull took in Weevil. Green Bull's dealing with Weevil right now. So next time we see Green Bull, he'll probably have Weevil all tied up or wrapped up in his tree or something. And he'll be like, Mama, please. He'll be like that. But so we know what's up with Green Bull. But Fujitora is kind of MIA at the moment. So if we cut back to Fujitora and he's eating a bunch of ramen with Smoker or something, I'd be like, all right, that makes sense. Smoker has appeared since Punk Hazard. They appeared briefly. We kind of got an update of when they were heading to Vegapunk's place. Yeah. Sanji and Frankie versus Saturn. That's probably... I think that's a very high likely chance that that's going to happen. If not just Sanji versus Saturn. It might be a thing where Sanji and Frankie... Maybe the Pacifistas get under their control again, like the government's control. They have to fight the Pacifistas. But yeah, Frankie and Sanji fighting against Saturn would be fun. Just to showcase, like, okay, they're not the strongest Straw Hats, but they're not the weakest either. Where did they stack up against one of the Gorosei? Because Sabo did a point-blank Fire Fist while they were all surprised. Sabo did a surprise round fireball to the face and it didn't really do anything to any of the Gorosei. So, like, I can imagine Sanji going Ifrit Jambe, direct attack, Frankie busting out the radical beam, and both of those attacks just hits. Like, that would be the terrifying thing. It wouldn't be like he dodges the attacks or he absorbs it. It would be like the attacks hit him. They did damage, but it was like 1 damage. And that was it. Yeah. Which Yonko has the most territory? Probably Big Mom, because Big Mom was actively I mean, maybe not anymore because she lost, but Big Mom was actively trying to make her own nation. Like, she wanted to kind of take over the world, and she wanted to make her own nation. Whitebeard and Shanks, they didn't really want to take over the world. That wasn't their goal. Their goal was just to find a town. Like, if Whitebeard went to a town and they invited him in to have a nice beer at the tavern, he's like, here's our draft brewery. Like, oh, thank you. Glug, glug, glug. And then some pirates attack the town later. You know, Whitebeard would be the guy that's like, hey, don't fucking touch this town. This is my town. You mess with this place, you mess with me. That was Whitebeard. And Shanks kind of follows a similar kind of vibe. Kaido did want to take over the world, but his thing was mainly focusing on Wano, making that like the seat of operations and the weapons manufacturing plant before he really began to spread out. He did control other islands, but I don't think it was nearly as many as Big Mom did. Also, it was explained that Big Mom's information network was the greatest out of all of the Yonkos, so just by extension of that, you kind of have to have the biggest islands, the biggest territory to have the biggest information network. Kinda. Big hugs from Portugal. Oh, thank you. Yay, Portugal. I would love to visit Lisbon someday. I'm live with Tekking for the first time. Yes, you are, Cyrus. Adam Sandler is Kizaru, though. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of that. People have suggested, like, all these big A-list actors and stuff. Oh, Jamie Lee Curtis has admitted that, let me see if I could just get that post that she made, actually. Jamie Lee Curtis, One Piece. She just posted about it like yesterday or today. Yeah, 23 hours ago. Like, this is recent. Let me see if I can get the screenshot. No, it's not that one. Yeah, it was her Instagram post. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, hold on a minute. This is One Piece relevant. Okay. This is great. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. Okay, so this is from her Instagram. Okay. Okay, here it is. Okay. So this is awesome fan art of Kureha, as Jamie Lee Curtis says Kureha, and it's, once the strike against the greed of the AMTPT is settled with a fair contract, I will lobby along with the growing fan frenzy to become Dr. Kureha in at One Piece Netflix. Speaking like a damn politician there. Once this strike has ended, I will lobby vigorously to become Dr. Kureha, Chopper's mentor in the One Piece live action series. I would love for her to be that. She's a fantastic actress. I've loved her ever since my mom showed me Halloween when I was probably 7 or 8 years old, and that sparked my love of horror movies. I know I'm wearing a Friday the 13th shirt right now, but Halloween, I mean, Friday the 13th is probably my favorite franchise, but Halloween still holds a very precious, place in my heart. So I can't really think of anybody. I think if anybody else is Jamie Lee Curtis, I mean, anybody else other than Jamie Lee Curtis is Kureha, they might not accept it. She kind of has to be. So I hope the strike is resolved, and I hope she manages to work it out and she can become Kureha. Jamie is the perfect Doctorine. She is. And she's a fan of One Piece, and it's great. Yeah. How pissed do you think Akainu would be if Kizaru loses? Would you think the Admirals face any real repercussion for losing? I can imagine execution order from Marijois. It might be getting to the point where that might happen, where with everything going on in the world, and we're kind of entering, and Eam and the Gorosei were even talking about purges and everything like that, and they kind of already did it with the Lucia. So they're getting to the point, like I said, there's going to be a tipping point here eventually where the government's just going to flip the switch, not even flip the switch, they're just going to remove the blanket. There was always just the curtain that this was a fascist dictatorship, but it was always kind of painted in like a no, it's not really. It's a fair and balanced system, you know. But it was always a very thinly veiled like dictatorship via Eam. The day is going to come pretty soon in One Piece where they're just going to take down the curtain and just be like, no, this is your Lord Ruler forever. Like that's who Eam is, and that's what they're going to be doing. And they might just like, yeah, let's just annihilate, you know, all the failures in our midst. And that's why Akainu might even rebel. I can eventually see him getting to the point where he's just like, I didn't sign up for this bullshit. You know, he might get to that point. How would you like it if all the Vegapunks die, including the Stella, except one? I want the Stella to survive, because it would be really lame if after all these years of waiting for Vegapunk, the main body dies. I want the main body to live, and maybe at least, like, Lilith, okay? If we just have the Stella and Lilith, I'll be happy. Edison can die, Atlas can die, York... Alright, York could stick around, but, like, all the other ones, like, I mean, I like Shaka's head... And I think Shaka is going to come back with, like, the different helmet from Daft Punk, because Daft Punk was two dudes, and that was one helmet, so one of them was destroyed. So Shaka might come back with the other helmet. Yeah. Lilith cannot die. That is true. The Stella's going to die, obviously. I love how people can be so confident about it. There's people that can be really confident about One Piece. Like, obviously, the Stella's going to die, Tekking. Clearly. I'm just like, sure, okay, yeah, no, I don't think it's obvious. Atlas is the legend. Atlas is legend. There's a joke there. Have I seen the big JJK thing? Yeah, I saw the big JJK thing. I won't talk about it because I have no idea the context of it, but I have seen it, yes. Shaka's saying one more time. Yep. Do you think a handicap fight with Sanji would be cool for this arc? Something like Sanji versus 5 Vice Admirals? Sanji versus 5 Vice Admirals would be fun to see. I don't think, yeah. Like, then again, there's the power scaling. It's like, oh, he would totally kick the shit out of 5 Vice Admirals. I'm like, see, I don't know. I think people, because the Admirals are the main focus, they're like center stage. I think people always look at the Vice Admirals as kind of like, not fodder, but not really strong compared to, like, obviously not as strong as the Admirals. But, like, Sanji, like, he could not take a certain number of Vice Admirals. There's a certain level of Vice Admirals where Sanji's going to be outclassed. Sanji versus 1 Vice Admiral, Sanji would probably win. Sanji versus 2 Vice Admirals, he got a 50-50 shot. I think he has a pretty solid chance of beating 2 of them. Sanji versus 3 Vice Admirals, I think is going to start tipping the scale on the Vice Admiral side. Sanji might still win, but it's starting to get a little bit more on the Vice Admiral side. You started, like, how many Vice Admirals could Sanji, like beat him? You know what I mean? That's another thing, too. There are different levels with Vice Admirals. You say Garp level and then Momonga level. Okay, using Garp is not really fair. Garp is a very special case. Garp should have been an Admiral a long time ago. Garp is Admiral level, okay? He could have been promoted to Admiral like 20 years ago. He kept choosing not to. But Garp is Admiral level. He just is, all right? He was given the position. He was offered the position many times, all right? So he definitely is. If you want to argue he's not in his heyday anymore, so maybe he's not quite Admiral level right now, sure. But, like, at one point he definitely was. Like, Sengoku is Fleet Admiral level, because he's an Admiral, you know what I mean? And then you said Momonga. I want to take umbrage with that. I want to say Momonga is definitely one of the stronger Vice Admirals that are normal Vice Admirals, not like Garp. Momonga was never given the option to become Admiral for some reason. He should have been. But Momonga and all the other Vice Admirals were not given the option to promote to Admiral status. Garp was. All right? Garp was. I don't see Garp doing what Kizaru was doing. When Garp was in his 50s, when Garp was the same age as Kizaru, I could see that shit. I could really see that shit. Could Katarina Devon kill Saturn and use his identity? Could. If Katarina is skulking around somewhere, could totally happen, yeah. We don't know if she has to kill him also. We know that from Absalom, but we don't know if that's the rule. It could be something else. It could be like, I just have to see you. I have to physically, like Devon has to physically touch whoever she transforms into, like Bon Clay's ability. Who knows? I want to see Sanji get knife Devil Fruit power on accident. Big fan from Australia. Oh, nice to see you from Australia. Maybe just seeing or touching the target. Could be just that. When is Uranus going to be revealed? Probably. I'm going to honestly say when Eneru comes back. I honestly still think it's on the moon. There's something involving the Eneru and Uranus. Do you think Sanji going to get Conqueror's Haki this arc? No. I don't think Sanji is going to get Conquerors. Then again, I said the same thing about Zoro, and look what happened. But we got to start like drawing a line somewhere where it's just going to become Conqueror's Haki or bargain sale, where just everybody gets it. In the next arc, Robin's going to get it. And then in the next arc, Usopp's going to get it. If Garp had a Logia, what do you think it would be? I could see Garp with the Earth Logia, like the straight up Earth Logia. We haven't seen it yet, if it exists. Pika had the Stone Assimilation Fruit. That was a Paramecia. Green Bull has the Mori Mori no Mi, which is the Forest Logia. We haven't seen, like, the Earth Logia. Like, just literally turn into minerals and rock. I could see Garp getting that. He would still be able to do the same thing Pika would do, like turning into a giant, like, rock mountain and punching the shit out of things. Yeah. Isn't Smoker at G5? Isn't he in charge there? He is, but in order to be relevant to the story, he's going to have to not be there, so he probably went somewhere else. The Island Fruit, yeah, but that's also, that's not a Logia, I don't think. That's still a Paramecia. Or Iron Garb. Yeah, we could have the metal. He could have a metal Logia. Like, he just turns into steel. The steel Logia. Are you going to be involved in the King of Lightning One Piece Top 50 stream at the end of the year? If not, totally reasonable. Those are King streams. I would love to be part of that. King streams are always so long, though, so I probably wouldn't be able to stick around forever. King can stream for like 12 hours. It is insane. That man's endurance. You know, like, it really is insane. But yeah, if he asks me to be on, sure, I'll be on, but I won't be able to stick around for probably the entire stream. I'll stick on for a couple hours, give my piece, and then be out. Garp is steel. Yeah, Garp having some kind of steel zone. Not zone. I keep saying zone. Logia. That would be it. How will Iron Giant be relevant? Because Sunny is underwhelming as intro. Like, I think it's just going to be relevant because we're going to find out more about the Void Century through it, you know? Is like, Joy Boy gave me instructions 800 years ago to fight world government. And then Luffy has, you know, Joy Boy's Devil Fruit, so maybe the Iron Giant will register, like, Joy Boy's Devil Fruit confirmed, Sun God Nika, what do you wish to know? Oh my god. Oh my god, what if it is like that? What if it's like, it's an automata that's just like, I confirm that you are my new master, Luffy. What do you require? I will give you any information that you require. And, like, the robot knows everything about the Void Century and the ancient weapons, and Luffy's the only one that can ask it a question because it's the only one it'll respond to. And Luffy could ask any question. He could ask about the Void Century. He could ask about Will of D. He could ask about anything. He could ask it to be like, give me a full and comprehensive history of the Void Century, and the robot would be like, stand by for information download. But no, Luffy would just look at the goddamn thing, and you know Luffy would just be like, any question I want, huh? Do you poop? I excrete biomass, if that is what you refer to as excrement. You know, like, that's going to be the only thing. So Robin's going to have to be like, Luffy, please ask it the following question. Luffy, just repeat after me. Just repeat after me to the giant, all right? Yeah. Yeah, Luffy's either going to ask it, do you poop, or join my crew. Probably in that order, because that's how the order was when Brook joined. Yeah. Blackbeard is going to wait for Kizaru or Luffy to lose and then steal his fruit. That is typically what Blackbeard, that is his MO. That is usually what Blackbeard does tend to do. But maybe the plan will get foiled. Maybe the 5th time Blackbeard's tried this, maybe it won't work. Do you poop in my crew? Where do the Straw Hats poop? That'll be the next SBS question. Where do each of the Straw Hats poop? Because, you know, some of them just shit off the side of the Sunny, you know? What do you think about Uranus being a giant burb that lives at the top of the giant tree? Yeah, it's a hawk or a falcon that lives at the top, or an eagle. It's a hawk or a falcon or an eagle. I don't know the difference between all of them, but it's one of those birds in Norse mythology that lives at the top of the Yggdrasil, the world tree. Yeah. Luffy's drum heartbeat is awakening Joy Boy's crew. Ooh, that could be a thing. What's your favorite food? I love seafood. Specifically, I love, like, walnut shrimp or, like, honey glazed shrimp. Like from like Pearl, not Pearl. Well, Pearl House was the name of the Chinese food restaurant that I grew up in. It's not around anymore. They closed. But it was a restaurant called Pearl House, and they had this. They had honey nut shrimp that was delicious, and then I haven't had anything that's closely approximate to that. But Panda Express has their honey walnut shrimp that is good enough. It's okay because I eat Pearl. I keep saying Pearl House. I keep eating Panda Express pretty regularly. Whenever I go to the gym, I'll usually go to Panda right after. Don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea, but that's what I've been doing for about a year. So here we are. Yeah, the fan mail. You know what? I have a bunch of fan mail right to next to me, and I might just open that honestly, just because I've had it here as a giant pile. I do need to go through that because I haven't streamed in like 2 months on YouTube. So you know what? We're here today. I might as well just do it. In fact, I'm going to change the title of this stream. I'm literally going to do that right now. I'm changing the title of this stream to One Piece Chapter 1093 discussion plus fan mail. I'm doing that right now because I need to open this fan mail. Absolutely. In fact, we've done 40 minutes talking about the chapter. I think we could do fan mail now, honestly. Do you think we should do fan mail? I think we should do fan mail. Let me check the super chats to see if there's any other of those, but other than that, I think we should open this fan mail. Do you think we should open this fan mail? I think we should open this fan mail. Why no C Prism handcuffs for Kuzan? Kazan? I think you probably meant Kuzan. Because Blackbeard trusts him. Blackbeard literally trusts him. And from what we saw, he seems to be pretty damn loyal. Are you going to be involved in... Oh, I just answered that one. Wano Theory. Poneglyphs were made via awakening Bari Bari Nomi. That's why they're indestructible. I've seen that pop up every now and then. I don't think so. I think they're just made out of sea prism in its like purest form. I think they're made out of sea prism stone. And sea prism... I don't think it's any error that sea prism originates in Wano. The stonemasons that know how to etch it live in Wano. And also, the poneglyphs originated in Wano. Like, all of that stuff. Like, let's see here. Famous stonemasons, better than anybody else in the world. Sea prism stone, which is known to be indestructible, harder than diamond. And poneglyphs, all originated from Wano. Like, if you connect the dots, it's pretty clear that it's like a solidified, pure form of sea prism. Now, there's always a thing that people say that, like, well... Luffy can touch it, or the Straw Hats can touch it and not get weak. I don't know. I don't know. But I think there's something related to that and Sea Prism. Something related. Okay. So, yeah, it's that's the name of the hawk. It's Harvinskr. I don't know how to pronounce the name of it, but it is at the top of the world tree, yeah. Which one do you have in real life? Mine is Green Bulls. Out of all the admirals, I would probably go with Kizaru's, just because the ability of like infinite energy. Like when you have Kizaru's fruit, you have infinite energy. You can zip around wherever you want. You could basically teleport. You can't. It's not really teleportation, but it's pretty close. It's the same thing. It's moving at the speed of light. So you could go anywhere in the world you want. You can make energy anywhere. You would never be out of power. You could just like generate power if the power goes out at your place or whatever. So I would definitely do that. Yeah. Post gym, I'd eat salmon for protein. Salmon is much lower grams, so you could help out your gains. Yeah. I have protein shakes that I drink. I have the muscle milk shit. I have some of that, and then I have the panda. Then I have the panda. Just heat energy. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't want to be a Kainu because I feel like that power, like, if I'm in bed and I'm sleeping and I'm, like, not careful, I might wake up and, like, oh, the whole bed is melted now. Just like, oh, shit. You know, like, having the power of, like, dripping magma everywhere, that's a major issue. Same thing with Aokijis. Same thing with Green... Well, Green Bulls wouldn't be too bad. Fujitoras would be fun. All right, but, yeah, I want to do fan mail because it's been a while. We need to open some fan mail. All right, so where are we at right now in the video? We're at 43 minutes and 17 seconds. I will open the fan mail at 45 minutes exactly. 45 minutes, we will open fan mail. It's too volatile, but I would like Kuzan's. Don't get cold no more. Maybe Kuzan feels perpetually cold. Do you ever think of that? It's like the Hulk. You know, I'm always angry. I'm always cold. Oh no, I magma'd the bed again. The floor is lava. Literally, the floor is lava. Magellan's would be the worst. Okay, Magellan only has diarrhea because he refuses to eat normal food. He doesn't need to eat poison food. He can eat other food. He can go to McDonald's and get a normal-ass Big Mac and eat it and take a normal shit. Just like every other Logia can eat like normal. He can too. He just chooses to be like, oh man, I could really go for some arsenic-infused tomato soup right now. Oh man, the cyanide in there. Oh, it's so good. Oh no, my bowels. You know, like that. My bowels. You know, like that's the. He could just stop eating poison food. Are you saying McDonald's isn't poison? All right, that's fair. That's fair. You would probably still be on the. You would still probably be on the toilet for a while after eating McDonald's. Yeah, McDonald's is poison too, though. He's like, that's fair. That's fair point. Okay. Luffy and Shanks all have to meet. What's the order? I think Luffy's going to meet Shanks first. I don't want Shanks to get killed by Blackbeard before Luffy meets him again. All right, we're almost at 45 minutes. Okay, 44, 55, 56, 57, 58. All right, now it's time for the fan mail segment. Are you guys ready for the fan mail segment? Oh, we got a super chat. It's a 20-pound super chat as soon as we start the fan mail segment. Here's our first piece of fan mail. I rarely catch you live, so I want to drop a super chat. Thank you for all your videos. Your ability to make any topic interesting and your friendly nature have been a great comfort for these years. Thank you, Pirate Bloodshot. And also, apologies for the lack of streaming for the last 2 months with the internet problem. But hey, you know what? I'm not going to say it because every time I compliment the internet, it immediately crashes. So, you know what? We're streaming. All right, so I have a candle over here, apple pumpkin. I'm actually going to put it up here because I don't want to set any of the fan mail on fire. There we go. All right, and we got Sanji's raid suit. All right, so we got a decent amount of fan mail over here. Once again, apologies, but that was more of an internet issue than anything. I didn't want to be opening a fan mail and then like I open one box and then the internet crashes. So here we go. All right. Okay, first box, let's just open this. Oh, this is cool. It's a one-piece straw hat cannonball candle. And actually, you know what? I have wait, is it a candle? Yeah, it's a candle. I see the wick. It's like a homemade candle, though. See that? It's like a homemade candle. That's cool. That is really neat. I feel like I should put something under it before I light it, though. I feel like I should put a plate or something so it doesn't get wax on my thing. But thank you to the person. There's a lot of styrofoam peanuts in here. Styrofoam peanuts. So let me find the letter at the bottom of this. There is a letter in here. Yeah, that's cute. Yeah. Load the cannonballs, men! Usopp, load the cannons! Ah! The last thing you see before you die. Needs to be a buggy ball version, yeah. Oh my god, why is this taped to the bottom? I don't want to get styrofoam peanuts all over my room again. All right, did I get it? I think I got it. All right, here we go. I got it. All right, I got the letter. All right. It's not scented, but it is a wax candle. Okay, as opposed to any other candle. Are there any candles that aren't waxed? Has somebody made a waxless candle? I think that's just called a lighter. Yeah, let's just call it. Here's your waxless candle. Glorious! All right, what do we got here? Matt, congrats on a decade on YouTube. Wow, this is out of date. A decade on YouTube? That was in 2019. But yeah, hey Matt, congrats on a decade on YouTube. Much love from our little candle shop, Enrique. Thank you to Enrique, who works at Wax and Beyond. Wax and Beyond Candles. Place candle on a candle holder on an even surface, free from drafts. If candle does not immediately burn, yeah, so I should put this candle on top of something before I burn it. Tallow candles are made of animal fat. Okay, that's fair. Honey candles. Ooh, honey candles. That would be cute. Oil lantern. Okay, so that's more of a lantern than a candle. Yeah. Giant rope. Just get a giant rope. Yeah. Giant rope dipped in oil would probably work. Mr. 3 would be proud. That's a very impressive thing. Thank you so much, Enrique. And also, I have an excuse to say the name Enrique, which is just a fun name. I'm Enrique. Yeah, okay, thank you. Awesome candle. I got some styrofoam peanuts on my floor here. Anybody want any peanuts? Styrofoam peanuts, anybody? Anybody want any? I could cut you a sweet group rate. There you go. Okay. What's next? Okay. Oh, this is something I bought. This is something I bought at Walmart, but I just threw it in the pile. The official One Piece coloring book. I was in Walmart and I saw they had this, and I'm like, all right. And you know what? They could have made it like a coloring book for like just like meant for little kids, like really simple kind of stuff to color. But dude, there's some fairly intricate shit here. Like, I want to show you one of them. Like, look at this. Look at this. It's Caesar Clown. You see him? It's like a montage, not a montage, a collage of Caesar clowns. Look at that. And this one's cool. Like, look at that. And where's the Ryugu? Look at that. Like, I saw the Ryugu Palace one, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't like a little kid, sure, could draw that, but like, or color it in. But I'm like, man, this is like an adult coloring book. This is some intricate shit here. You know, and to draw Ryugu Palace and everything like that. So that's actually really cool. So if you live next to like a big box retailer like Walmart or Target or something, go and if you want this, they probably have this. So go check it out. Honestly, it's pretty cool. Yeah. The One Piece coloring book. Yeah. Coloring live stream. I was thinking about it. That's why I bought it. I was just like, I could probably do a stream where I'd like color some stuff here. A color Lucy. It goes all the way up too. It's recent shit. Like, they're up to Wano. Like, Yamato's in this. Like, yeah, like Yamato's here. So it's recent stuff. Okay, yeah. That's pretty cool. Yeah. All right, but that was something I bought just because I'm like, I see it. But as for another book I have, the One Piece Color Walk Compendium, East Blue to Skypiea. And met at Tecco. Couldn't find anything to get you sooner. The talk we had was honestly kind of insightful. Wanted to know some people won't find you annoying offline, so keep being you, and so will I. Peace from Ben. I met Ben when I did my panel at TechoCon back in July. And Ben, I have to say, you are psychic. You are an amazing... Dude, I think I know exactly what happened with this book. I have to tell you, because this story is amazing, all right? I'll be right back. Hold on. All right. Okay, so I was in Tecco. I was walking around the exhibition hall, and I saw a bunch of, book stalls, but there was one that was selling the color compendiums, okay? And I bought the color compendium for the New World, and there was another one that was there on the shelf that I think was this one. So what I think happened was I bought this one first, and then when I left Tecco, I went back home and I'm like, man, I was right there. I should have just bought the other color walk. I should have just bought them both. They were both right there. And not a big deal. I'll grab it off of like Amazon or something like that. And then I think when Ben was looking to buy me something, he was at the same stall, but there's only one book left because I bought the other one, and he buys the second one, and he sends it to me. So, thank you. I think that's probably what happened, Ben, so thank you. So this is from East Blue to Skypiea, and then there was the New World to Wano. I don't think they had, Water 7 to Marineford. I think that one might have, I think someone else completely different bought that one, because I think they only had 2 when I was there. But I'm pretty damn sure that's what happened. And so I bought one of them, and then he bought the other one and sent it to me without me telling him or anything. It was just coincidence, and I love that. So thank you so much, Ben. So yeah, the color walks are really neat. They're the collection of all of the cover pages, and these are the East Blue ones. You can see a lot of the designs for stuff that shows up in the live action. Like, let me see if I can find one here, because a lot of, like right here, this is Nami's dress that she wears at in Syrup Village at Kaya's mansion for dinner. So this is her like Chinese dress that Nami wears. That's from a volume cover. This is Luffy's outfit when he's at the Baratier. With the overalls, that's Luffy's outfit. Nami has the blue outfit here, so they all take inspiration from these cover pages. All the outfits that they wore in the live action, which I thought was really cool that they did that. Oh, here's an early version of Shanks and Luffy and shit. This is from like Romance Dawn version 1, I think, because Luffy's a little older in this one. Yeah, but anyway, that was really cool. So thank you so much, Ben. All right. This next one comes to us from the great nation of Korea. I'm thinking south. I'm thinking South Korea. From Jessica. Thank you, Jessica. All right. Oh, I don't think I've even... Did I open this one yet? I don't think I opened this one yet. No. Okay. I need my opener then. Like at a certain point, I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to wait until I, do the stream, and then I can open them. I have that first color walk. The color walks are really good. If you find one out in the wild, I would definitely recommend picking it up. Any update on Boncast? I just watched the new episode of Bleach today, so probably try to do it tomorrow. All right. Let's see what we got here. Nice letter. Anything else in here? No, we're good. Okay. Dear Techie 101, my name is Jessica. I wanted to send you fan mail for a while because of my shyness. I just couldn't send anything for the longest time. But I've been a big fan of Bleach from the Bleach days and now One Piece. I am enjoying Boncast as well. I am currently living in Seoul, South Korea. I am trying to survive ovarian cancer. I have been surviving since 2017, but cancer had come back every year, so I had some issues. I am okay for now. I'm glad you're in remission, I'm assuming. Yeah, cancer's a bitch. Most of my grandparents have had to deal with it, and it's not fun. But keep fighting. If you're in remission, everything seems to be going good. Like just recently, Hank Green, who was one of the Vlog brothers, he has cancer, and he's doing treatment right now, and I think he's doing better. But like, dude, it's just like cancer really fucking sucks. The other reason I wanted to write is because I would like to give appreciation to the One Piece D&D guys. You've all helped me be sane during my time in the hospital. There should be one more One Piece of paper that has their thank you note. I did not know how to thank them except through you. Thank you for being you and have a great year. Big fan, Jessica. Thank you so much, Jessica. And she also sent the letter for, I think I'm going to read this when we're together for One Piece D&D next. I think I'm going to read this in front of all the guys for that, because this was kind of meant for all of us. And it's the same basic idea, but it's for like everybody to be addressed. I feel bad for her. Yeah, I do too, man. I just hopefully you get the treatment you need and it just stays in remission and it just doesn't expand, and hopefully it I got to see my grandmother had it. She had brain cancer, though, and it was very advanced with my grandmother. But she also did not seek treatment until it was too late. Same thing with my grandfather as well. But yeah, we were there for her when she was doing her chemo treatments. We were like sitting in there with her while she was getting the treatments in the hospital. And just sitting there and just talking to her and just, spending time with her. I mean, that's just really, and I'm watching Hank's videos talking about like what it's really genuinely like to have cancer. It adds like a little bit more of a dimension to it, like when you actually experience it with somebody that you actually, are related to, for one. But then I've been watching Hank Green stuff since like 2008. So, when he's talking about it, it's like kind of like a whole new perspective from it. And then when I get messages like this, I'm sad to say this is not the first time a fan has written me and says, like, I'm dealing with a very chronic illness, but your videos have helped me through that. And I'm just like, wow, I never thought like my stuff would be something that would help like a cancer patient through their rough times. But I'm glad that it helped you. It's the thing that I never expected, and it does sound a little strange to me, but like I'm just glad I could do something to help you through this. So I wish you all the best, Jessica, and I hope that your condition improves, and hopefully eventually you can be cancer free. Yeah. So thank you so much for writing, and I will read this letter to your letter to the guys when we do One Piece D&D next. Jessica is Nakama, wishing you the best, Jessica. Wishing you the best. And when this was written, I am not cured, but I'm okay for now. This was sent... July. Okay, so this was sent, and not super long ago. I don't want you to think like this was sitting in my pile for like a year or anything. This was sent back in July, so I hope she's still on the way to recovery. You're my favorite YouTuber when we got to see Luffy use hammer space and pull out the spear and dagger and Nika silhouette had. Oh, yeah, I mean, like, that's probably going to happen, too, at some point. I mean, just because, like, the symbolism and all that. Just so you do the thing you love, Matt, it does help people. I've heard that, and just, like, I'm just here talking. I'm just here talking about One Piece and stuff. All right, so I will put that, actually, over right here, where I will put all my One Piece and Isekai D&D stuff is down here. So I'll keep that there for when we do that next time. Thank you, Jessica. Next up, we have another box here. This is from Amazon. Yeah, Amazon just sent me something. Now, this is from... I am... Okay, the name is Adnan, and they are from India. So I want to say Adnan? I love watching your content and have this GIF I want to share, so thank you. And sorry if I mispronounced your name. Oh! It's another copy of The Meaning of the Quran! This is not the first time I've received the Quran. Thank you, though. I love studying religion. I'm not religious. I would consider myself an atheist, actually, but I do have a lot of books on religion. I love to study religion, and I have been studying stuff about like Islam and Hinduism. Recently, I've been reading a lot about those two religions. So I do have a copy of the Quran, and I have some stuff like with the hadiths and shit that people have sent me before that I've like kind of looked through and stuff. So thank you. I appreciate it. Like I will never turn down a book. You know, that's just how it goes. But thanks. Not the first time I've gotten one of that. All right. Oh, this is just the cavalcade stuff right here. Yeah, this is from, I want to say Cade. It's C-A-D-E. Cade? Cade? Not sure how to pronounce that. I've also received multiple Qurans. Seems like to be a common gift. Seems to be. It's a nice Quran. Yeah. Studied as asterisks. I mean, I have a book on various religions that I read. I don't know. Do you not consider that studying? Like, I have a book on religion that I'm reading. Yeah, but you're not actually studying it. I'm like, okay. I don't know how else you would describe studying. They said you need some God tech. Yeah, that does happen. That happens a lot. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's cool. I take it in stride. It's cool. Yeah. So, Cade, though, sent me a big box from Indiana, and it is full of various goodies. We have, man, we have a lot of shit in here. Okay, so I'm going to read this letter first. Oh, he was correcting himself. Sorry, I didn't got that. Sorry, it was just a thing that you misspelled. Sorry about that. Okay. Please forgive my awful handwriting. Thank you for always making great content. You got me back into manga, and you inspired me to read Toriko. Toriko ended up being very special to me. Check out my Toriko project on Reddit. My username is Vanilla Moose. That's a cool name. Enjoy the stuff. Look into the Superman movie. Okay, yeah. So he sent me a bunch of stuff, like movies and books and manga. I like Toriko. I reread it. In fact, I reread it last year when I had COVID. I was just in a townhouse in the middle of California, and I had nothing going on. I was COVID stricken, so I just read Toriko for like 3 days. Yeah. Asterisk usually means correction. I've seen it both ways. I've seen it used sarcastically, and I've seen it used as a correction. It's just one of those rules on the internet that's it's not a solid rule. It's like some people will use it this way, some people will use it other ways. I've heard it be used like, oh, I'm going to correct my thing, but I've also seen it be like, oh, studied. Asterisk. I get what you mean there. You know, it's like, I've seen it used both ways. I apologize. You should recreate Macon Toast. Macon Toast, yeah. Yes, Toriko's author did something very bad, yes. But I like the manga. I like the story. It's one of my favorite manga. Yeah. Don't forget what built your career, Matt. Bleach over Mid Piece. I get that a lot, too. People are like, you should just focus on Bleach because because that's what started your channel. It's like, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, you know, Bleach, the anime's out, and I'm talking about that. But, you know, One Piece is... I think I might like it more. I don't know. It's a thing where I was going to say my favorite manga of all time. I always change this up. It always goes by just what I happen to be reading now. But, you know what I mean? It's just like I can't be talking about Bleach forever as the main focus of the channel. Because I just didn't think that was viable. I really didn't think it was. Bleach ended, and I'm like, okay, I got it. I could still talk about Bleach, but I have to talk about something else. Or I just didn't think the channel was going to be able to survive. And I talked about One Piece, and the channel's still going on. And then when One Piece ends, I mean, there'll still be more One Piece content, but who knows? It might go something similar, where I'll find something else to talk about when One Piece ends, and we'll see where it goes. And yeah, that'll be how it is. But I'm sorry, I just don't view it like, I started the channel on Bleach, so that's what the channel has to be dedicated for. Like, I have to innovate and I have to change. Otherwise, I just don't think things are going to progress, as it were. To use a character from Bleach, you have to be like the left arm of the Soul King. You have to be like Pernita. You have to be progress. You have to advance. No full-page spreads this week. Wow, when was the last time that happened? I don't know, actually, but it's been a while. But we had a lot more stuff in the chapter because of that reason, I think. Tekken becoming a Kagurabachi channel. I don't even know what that is, but yes, I will now. Do you think Kizaru is going serious? So far, not really. Not really so far. All right, but, Kade has sent me The Critic, which is a show that aired in the 90s. It was an animated show. It actually had a crossover with The Simpsons at one point. We have The Critic. We have Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, which is regarded by many to be like the worst Superman movie of the original 4. But he sent me that. We got some volumes of Toriko. We got Pop Culture Bento Box. Not even sure what that is, but Astro Boy's on it. We got The Last Blade, which is like a nice little comic book. We got another copy of a Toriko manga. We got this thing that is totally not a mimic. It's 100% not a mimic, guys. I can't tell you what this thing is, but I'll tell you one thing. 100%, it's not a mimic. Toriko volume. Record of Ragnarok. Oh, this is the Jack. Yeah, this is the Jack the Ripper spinoff. There's a Jack the Ripper spinoff of Record of Ragnarok. If you haven't read it, go and read it. It's really good. It gives me Hunter x Hunter vibes at times. It's really good. Go check it out. It's like Hunter x Hunter Black Butler vibes from this. It's really solid. Go check it out. I think it's called Jack the Ripper Case Files, or whatever the Japanese version equivalent of that would be. Yeah. We got a bag, which is a I don't know the character from this. But wait, what? Oh, is the character written on the Pirates of the Caribbean? Oh, it's like a Pirates of the Caribbean handbag. Ironically, it was never really into that series. We got Trapped Ashes, which is a movie I've never heard of. Five Tales of Terror from Sean Cunningham. Sean Cunningham is the creator of... He's the one that directed the first Friday the 13th. Sean S. Cunningham. Oh, this is a blast from the past. An unopened original Bleach DVD. These were the original Bleach DVDs of the series. I remember seeing these in like the mall, like in FYE. Like old DVD stores and movie and music shops back in like the late 2000s. These were everywhere in like Walmart and stuff like that. So these are the original DVDs. Only has 4 episodes on it, but this covers Ichigo's fight with Renji mainly. Ichigo fighting Renji, obviously those battles. So there we go. Another Toriko volume. I'm not gonna go through everything in the box because there's a lot of like random knickknacks and stuff. Actually, we're almost done. We got a Pokemon. A Pokemon whose name is, of course, a name that I know very well. The name of this Pokemon that is from the 4th generation that everybody should know. The name, of course, is, the name, right. Yeah, the name of this Pokemon is, Turtwig. Yeah, Turtwig. Of course, Turtwig is the name of the Pokemon. Sorry about that. I was just blanking for a minute there. It's a Lantern. It's Luxray. No, it's Turtwig. So there you go. You used him in your last Nuzlocke, for God's sakes. I don't really remember Gen 4 all that well. I played Shining Pearl, Brilliant Pearl, but like I didn't finish it. And Gen 4 has always been the one gen that I just haven't played all that much. So those Pokemon are always the ones that I blank on. That and Gen 5. I don't remember Gen 5 starters really at all either. But then we also have a cool little horse. Yay! But then we have another Toriko manga, another random bag, another comic book. Yeah, I think that's everything. Oh, and Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Bring it on! Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks! Do you ever also find it weird that Gotenks could just kind of go into Super Saiyan 3 after like a week of training in it? Like, Goku shows them Super Saiyan 3 once, which was an ability that he had to master in Otherworld. And then Goten and Trunks, after seeing it once, were able to figure it out and be like, Super Saiyan 3! Like, oh, okay. That's how that works? All right, sure. Okay. I love Super Saiyan 3, though, unironically. I think it's my favorite form. I really do love it. Everyone says it looks stupid. I love it. I love Super Saiyan 3. It's anime as shit. I love it. So anime. The hair, people say the brow looks stupid. He loses the eyebrows and he gets like the prominent brow. I think it looks cool. I think it looks badass, dude. Gohan should have gone Super Saiyan 3. No, Gohan shouldn't have done Super Saiyan 3, but Gohan should have beat Boo. Gohan should have just beaten him. I think it would have been fine if they would have just ended it with Gohan killing Boo. Yeah. Gohan in that arc is... I mean, I just watched the whole Totally Not Mark, and he put a new perspective on it, but I'm still salty about that, man. I'm still salty. Well, thank you so much, Kade, for getting me this. Sorry once again for names. I've had 3 names in a row that I'm pretty sure I've mispronounced each and every one, so apologies. They ruined Gohan. Gohan is not a fun protagonist. I feel like he could have been, but yeah. You watch Ahsoka? No, actually, I've been asked that a couple times by my friends this week. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. Like, I've never been. I've seen the 6 movies. I've seen the first 3, the original trilogy. Actually, I haven't really. Okay. I stopped like 2/3. I finished The Phantom Menace, but I wasn't paying attention to The Phantom Menace. I was like playing a video game in the background while Phantom Menace was playing. I made it halfway through Attack of the Clones before I turned it off, and I saw Revenge of the Sith in theaters. But other than that, I haven't seen any other Star Wars property. I'm really not that into that franchise. That universe is just not that interesting to me. It's same thing with Star Trek. I'm just not into that kind of... I'm not a super sci-fi guy. Not really. If it's horror sci-fi, if it's like Alien kind of sci-fi, I'm into that. But like if it's just like normal sci-fi, like I'm just not into it, man. You excited for the TFS return? I love the Boo bits that they did. It was really fun. And today they're actually doing their new episode breakdown, not episode breakdown, episode commentary. So I'm probably going to watch that after I'm done with this. So yeah. Stargate is the best Star show. I've heard good things about Firefly, which is Joss Whedon's thing, and it only lasted 1 season. I have it on DVD. I just never watched it. So I need to sit down and watch Firefly. I've heard Farscape is good. I've heard Stargate is good. I've heard Andromeda. There was a lot of these space dramas in like the early mid-2000s. That was a big time for that. All right, what's next? That was the big box. That was the big box. Next up we have... Oh, here's the same person that never gives me their name, but also always sends me not My Little Pony, The Little Mermaid. Always sends me Little Mermaid stuff. So I have like a Little Mermaid shirt and a Little Mermaid storybook and Little Mermaid stickers. And I've never asked for this. I'm not even a huge fan of Disney movies in general. Some of them I are. Some of them I am. I've only watched The Little Mermaid like once, and that's it. So let's find out if it's anything Little Mermaid related without even me looking. Yup. Oh, it took him this long to just send me the copy of the Little Mermaid DVD. All right, you know what? I think I'm going to watch this tonight. Love your work. Keep going. Can you please drop somewhere a link to your D&D campaign in One Piece World? I would love to watch it, but I can't find it on my own. I don't have a campaign, sir. Do you mean Rustage's campaign? Just literally type in Rustage One Piece D&D. You'll find it. It's on his Twitch. It's on his second channel, Rustage 2. But yeah, literally just, I think if you just type in One Piece D&D in YouTube, I think we are the very first results. There's a couple of other ones, but I think we're the most prominent one. One Piece D&D. Yeah, we are literally the first results. Yeah. Yeah, just type in One Piece D&D and his channel pops immediately up. You should find it, yeah. I don't have a One Piece D&D campaign that I'm running. I might run one at some point, but yeah. There you go. So thank you, anonymous person that sent me the Little Mermaid stuff for the Little Mermaid stuff. All right, there we go. Yay. All right. Actually, that big box took up a lot of the space. I think we're actually getting close to the end here. See here. We got books. We got a couple more things over here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right. All right, what else do we got? We got a lot of letters. We can open these. Got some letters, and I think that's all of it. No, we have this. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I think, let's see. This is from Jason. Jason has sent me some stuff before. I could see you reading it and thinking. I'm doing a Zelda D&D for the last 1 year now. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot of, like, you know what would be really fun? This would be broken as shit. It would, not broken as shit, but it would be a lot of work. But I think it's doable. A Hunter x Hunter D&D. You could do it. But the thing is, what you would do, and it would be really fun if you got a bunch of people that know that know about Hunter x Hunter, that have read Hunter x Hunter. Dude, you get to a point where, like, you do the campaign like normal, but then when you reach like level 3, instead of subclasses, you get Nen, and you have to train in Nen, and then by like level 5, you could get your Hatsu. But here's where the tricky part comes in. You could get different, like, you could, like, oh, you're an enhancer, you're a transmuter, you're a specialist, and you could have roles to determine all that. But when it comes to making your ability, every individual at the table has to come up with their own ability, with their own rules, with their own laws, and they would have to come up to the DM and clear it with the DM, like, I'm a transmuter, I would like the ability to turn my aura into water. Now, some of this stuff you could do D&D, like, oh, you want to control water. Well, there's water spells in D&D, but it would probably be way more intricate than that. It would be like, no, I want to create a pocket dimension made of water that I can chill out in and heal people in. Like, that would be the kind of shit. You know what I mean? So, like, you would have to do it like that. You'd have to do it player by player. But, dude, the players would have so much fun making their own Nen ability. Okay, yeah. Specialist would feel like a cop-out category. It would be broken as shit. That's why. It wouldn't be balanced. It wouldn't be balanced in the slightest. Because you'd have an enhancer that would be like, I want to be able to hit shit really hard. I'm like, okay, well, that's your ability. Then you'd have a conjurer that would be like, I want to make a puppet that's connected to my opponent's life force, and then whenever the puppet gets injured, that person gets injured, and then the puppet can move around. Like, it's going to be shit like that, you know? It would be tough. It would be tough, but I think it's doable. Yeah, Gremmy should have watched One Piece. He would have been unbeatable. Gremmy should have watched any fiction at all to get a better handle on his abilities. Yeah. Teching! Just wanted to say that. Big fan. Thank you, Nova. All right. All right. Oh, some of this stuff got ripped. All right. Teching 101. I will send you whatever I want. Sounds like a threat. I will send you whatever I want, Teching. I'm writing so mean because you barely watch Netflix. Okay, I do. I do barely watch Netflix. I've watched the same things on Netflix. I've watched Breaking Bad on Netflix like 3 times. I do want you to watch Psyche K, but it's only a comedy anime, so you might not like it. You don't have to watch it. FYI, you almost watched a porn video of Big Mom and Kaido, so don't tell me that's a bad thing to do. Did I almost watch a porn video of Big Mom and Kaido? That tracks probably at one point. Anyway, thank you for the images. Sent me some of this stuff got ripped in the thing, but oh, there's the cover page. Cover page. I like this cover page actually with all the One Piece girls on it. Looks pretty cool. Yeah. Big magnets. Psyche K is mad hilarious. The problem is I get so many recommendations. You have to understand, I've been doing this for so long. I've gotten so many recommendations. It's literally like just, it kind of is in one ear and out the other. Hey, Teching, you need to really check out. Hey, Teching, you really need to watch. There's a series that's like, I can't keep track of all of them. I need to start writing them down is what I need to start doing. But not today. Thank you, Jason, for the vaguely threatening letter. What's next? We have another one from Jason. Oh, here's the follow-up. Here's the follow-up. Dear Teching, I'm so sorry about the Akiza. Oh, yeah. He sent me, last time he sent me a bunch of pictures off the internet that he just printed out and sent me for some reason. And one of them was Akiza from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, I think. Yeah, and yeah, it was kind of provocative. I'm so sorry about the Akiza picture, last fan mail. I did that to give you a live stream, a funny face from you. Right, but YouTube, maybe don't do that. Thank you, though. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. It didn't get me in trouble. It's just, as a general rule, don't send me porn. All right, like as a general rule, okay? Can we keep that as a rule up here? Like no porn. You know, it's YouTube. I'm live. Let's not do that. Okay. Hate so much fake out deaths in One Piece. I wonder how many characters in One Piece were mad that they are alive. I mean, we've really gotten Pell, Saul. I think a lot of people are really mad about that. I mean, how many people in here are mad about Pell being alive and Pound being alive? Like raise your hand. I would probably say I'm more mad about Pound being alive than I am about Pell. Just because Pell happened so long ago, it's kind of like I've kind of justified it in my head at some point, you know? Like I've gotten to the point where I'm just like, oh yeah, Pell survived the nuke, sure. They do nothing to the story. For me, Pound, nah. It's like some people are, some people aren't. It's like a thing getting used to Oda's writing style, and some people are and some people aren't. But it does, I think it's Oda's drive to try to have like a, he wants happy endings for a lot of his characters. And I think he's starting to save that, change that right now because like Izo died and Ashura Doji died. And I think he's starting to realize like we're entering the final saga, so there has to be some drama. Like some people have to start dying or it's just not going to be Pedro died. Like some characters need to start dying, okay? I can't do this bullshit every single time. So Pedro died, Izo died, Ashura died, T-Bone died. Nobody really major yet. T-Bone was a pretty major character, but you know what I mean. It reduces the impact of the story. No, I get it. It does, yeah. Sincerely, Jason. P.S. You need to watch more Netflix, man. I know. The One Piece opinions, get ready for live stream. Who do you think is the worst character in One Piece? Foxy. That was an easy one. Who do you think will become the Pirate King? Probably Buggy first, then Luffy shortly after. Should Matt go on Netflix more often? I feel like I should watch Netflix as much as I feel like watching Netflix, just like anybody should do anything as much as they feel like doing it. As long as it's not, okay, clarify. I was like, really? I should murder people as much as I feel like, okay. Clarifying question. As long as it's with consenting adults and you're not harming other people directly, there you go. Number 4, would Kid and Law beat Blackbeard or Shanks if they team up together again? No. Number 5, the hardest one. We're not sure if, who is going to die in the final saga, or do you think anyway? Akainu might die. There you go. Akainu's going to die. The Gorosei are going to die. I feel like the Gorosei have to die. Eam has to die. Eam has to die at some point. I just don't see One Piece working if Eam lives. Yeah. All right. I feel like killing Pell. Wait a second here. St. Charlos is by far the worst character. Foxy, then Caribou, then Absalom. Yeah, that's a good hierarchy. We could do that. All right. Okay. We also have this. I think this was sent to me. This was sent to me by the guy that sent me the Little Mermaid stuff, but the envelope it came in was really ripped to shreds, so I threw it away because it was like literally not holding together. So I threw that away, and I think this is from the same person because I remember them sending me a little monkey coin purse and one of those little ball things you get at the amusement park. Remember these things? Yeah, remember these? Yeah. So I got those. And we got some Pokemon cards that they sent me. I'm not going to go through all of them, but we got whatever the hell this thing is. More lol. Oh my god. Pokemon are weird. Back in my day, we had Pokemon that made sense. Like a sentient glob of garbage. Not Trubbish, the other sentient glob of garbage. And the magnets. We had magnets back in our day. Alright. I think it's just this stuff and then we're done. We have this from Alice from Belgium? I don't Let me type in this location. Is this a country? I know Belgium is a country. I don't know if it's Belgium, though. It's spelled Belgique. Oh, it's Belgium. That's just the way you spell Belgium. Okay, good. I was like, all right, is that Belgium? It sounds like Belgium. You know, it's Belgium written in Belgianese. You think you're going to change the ending to the Gerard Valkyrie fight? Yeah, I feel like they have to. Yeah, they definitely have to with that one. That was such a lame end. They added a lot in the last episode. They added a lot, guys. All right. So, from Alice, from Belgium. French, probably. Yeah. Oh, wow. This is a very well-written letter. Look how this letter, look at this. This is impeccable. This is gorgeous handwriting. We got a bunch of Bleach stuff. We got Uehara and Yoruichi. These were definitely drawn. These were drawn. Like, this is fan art. Oh my god, did you draw these, Alice? This is incredible. If you drew these are amazing. Oh, look at Gin. Look at that. That one's really good. Ragiku and the cat, the ash cat, Hineko. Kisuke and his Bankai. Look at that. That's really cool. Oh, and Yoruichi's eyes in the background. I didn't even catch that. Look at that. That is a skilled hand. My goodness. All right. Greetings from Belgium. I hope you're doing well. You'll find here with okay. It's very well written handwriting, and I'm not used to cursive, so you'll bear with me for a moment. You'll find here with some Bleach fan arts I made while waiting for and then watching the 1,000-Year Blood War arc or Bleach anime. I did several versions of those drawings, and you are getting the most recent ones. I hope you like them. Sadly, the printing process made the tones darker and more saturated. Yeah, that happens. That happened with King's photo back here that I was kind of a little annoyed by. When I had when Stefan drew King and I had him printed out over at the shop, it's way darker than the actual image got sent to me. So I might do that again, actually. I don't know. But yeah, they did end up darker. That's just kind of a thing. It has been special to see Bleach on screen again, and I am so happy to do so once again with you and the fandom. I remember back in 2012 when I first started to watch you. Oh my god, yeah, it's been a long time. Oh my god. Every time I get a fan letter from a longtime fan that's just like, I've been watching you since 2012, I'm like, oh god. Thank you, I appreciate it, but oh man. That was 11 years ago already. Oh man, put a light on the King painting. I can, but even with even in like the most optimal lighting, it's still not as good as. Let me show you what it's actually supposed to look like really quick. Like it's supposed to look like this, and even in the most optimal lighting, it's still you won't still be able to see it like this. Yeah, because it's just that's just too dark. It's just the actual print itself is very dark. The print itself is probably closer to like this, which is unfortunate. But anyway, back to Alice's very nicely written letter here. When I first started watching your weekly reviews of the chapters, I could not find any good ones in my native language at the time. My English skills were more limited, and I had to look up words when you would use them. Also, I am a horrible person to learn English from because I use a bunch of words that are not, like, proper words in English. Like I'll say like ya know, like ya know is not really like, you know, or like you know, I use ya know a lot. If you have a drinking game with me saying that, it's all the time. I'll say words and expressions that are more maybe regional, that like where I live in Pennsylvania and stuff like that. I am not a professional English speaker, you know. I also had to rewind and listen again and again when you got too excited. Yeah, see, that's another reason, because I'll get really excited and be like, oh my god, Guard punched a dude right in the freaking face! You know, like, I'll do that, it gets a little bit, yeah. You say that like every 5 seconds. It's my form of punctuation. Yeah, people have things called verbal auxiliaries. A lot of times verbal auxiliaries are just like ums or uhs. So when you're talking to somebody and you need a moment just to process, instead of filling it with dead space and silence, you'll usually use like, you know, I did it again. I'm not even trying to do it. It's just a thing that I do, okay? So processing. What I was saying was that, but I use as a verbal auxiliary, as a placeholder thing, and it's not a great habit, but it's what happens. People use how yeah, that's just how it is. Yeah. You've helped me on my learning journey, and I am. You're welcome, I guess. You've helped me on my learning journey, and I am. Trying to think of what that word is. That is also the case for many of your viewers, and I'm sure that is also the case for many of your viewers, and you are non-native speakers. I must say, you Teching 101 reads fanfic series expanded my vocabulary in ways I had not foreseen. Yes, I used to read lemon fanfics on the channel back in the day. I don't know if I could get away with that now. But back in the day, I used to read some yaois and some yuris. Yeah, there was an Ichigo Rukia one. There was an Ichigo Orihime one. There was an Ichigo Byakuya one. There was an Ichigo Grimmjow one. There was a Neliel 2 and Haribel one that I read. Yeah. There were some ones. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, back in the day. Anyway, I felt nostalgic yet very happy to have you talk about Bleach again. I really enjoy your content. If you're home and you have the illustrations in the digital, if you would like the digital format of the images, I would be happy to send them to you. I might take you up on that, actually, because these look really good. I would like to have these maybe on like digital format. Kindest regards, Alice. Ooh, kindest regards. That's fancy. I struggled reading that. Your English was flawless. It's just I'm not used to reading cursive writing. I don't know how it is in the rest of the world. We learn cursive writing here. We read cursive writing in second grade here. Second and third grade is kind of when we learn. And then after that, it's kind of out the window. So we don't learn about that. Like, we learn about it. We learn how to write it, but that's it. Okay. Yeah. So beyond that, it's really fancy to read it, but it takes some struggle. Sorry. LOL, USA education. I also think a lot of schools just dropped cursive entirely. I don't even think schools even teach it anymore. Remember narrating it? Yeah, like narrating the fanfics, I think. And it's never brought up again, the cursive. No. My school made me write it in 10th grade. No, not us. We learned it in, I don't even think we did it in 3rd grade. We learned it in 2nd grade. I remember that because we had a whole section of the year, like a whole 3 months out of the year where we focused just on cursive. And it was before 9/11. I don't know why that matters, but it was before 9/11 when I learned it. I can only write my name in cursive. I can do my signature, which is in cursive. But my signature, I've done my signature so much throughout my life that it's just a swick of the hand at this point. It's not really me going through my whole name like I think I can write my name in cursive. Like if I'm really elaborate with it, like yeah, like I think that's it. Like, that's Matthew in cursive a little bit. The ink blotched a little bit there at the beginning. But, yeah. That's it. But when I do my signature, it doesn't look like that. It's much more just like kind of like right through. Yeah. They're baiting you to get your signature. Well, that's not my signature. That's not my fucking signature. My signature does not look a thing like that. That's a very carefully drawn way to write out my name. A few days ago, I received Geography is Everything hoodie in the mail, and it's so comfy. Thank you for all your work. No one around me reads manga, so watching your vids is almost like having a conversation. It's getting back into hoodie weather now, and I'm so happy. Cursive is definitely faster to write when you are used to it. Oh, yeah, when you're used to it easily. Much better for taking large amounts of notes. Yeah, I'd say that's fair, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, thank you to Alice. Next up is from Janice, who I always pronounce as Janice. It's Janice. It's very clearly Janice. All right. And she always sends me really cool, like, crocheted stuff, so I'm looking forward to this. Oh, that's not fan mail. That's a credit card bill. That's not fan mail. All right. And yeah, okay, so like 2 more after this. Okay. I should have eaten before I did this. I didn't know I was going to have a big stream where I was going to open fan mail today, but I'm glad I'm getting it done. Really need to get this done. No, it's Janice. Hey, Aaron. D, nice. All right. Oh my God, these are so cute. Look at these. Look at these. Look at these things. Oh my God. Janice does amazing work. Look at these things. It's like a little fire cat. And the Devil's Luck Pirates flag. Look at that. That is intricate. That is a detailed flag, dude. Janice, you did an amazing job at that. Look at that. If you look at the Devil's Luck flag, it's very, very... Oh, man, there's even little mini... How did you get the 7s on there? You could even see little mini 7s. That is the smallest flag. Amazing. Oh, and here's a little splat pattern book if you want to make your own. If I want to make my own, thank you. And she always seals it with, like, wax, like back in the old days. I think we should go back to doing this. We should go back to the wax seal. Everybody should have a wax seal in their house. Oh. I will take care of that later. All right. I'm almost done. Let's see here. Hi, Teching. I made you these little Spat and Harmony hamsters. They are from Ham Ham Heartbreak. I've never heard of this. I thought they were from Hamtaro, which is a bit of a cult classic game. Also, the small Devil's Luck flag and Blake's dog. Oh, it's Blake's dog from One Piece D&D. Wait, where did they go? They were just here. Oh, there they are. Bro, that's me calling you. Yeah. Here we go. Look at that. Yay! I sewed that. I thought it turned out okay. The suspense of waiting for the OP D&D Marines is killing me, so that gives you an idea. This was definitely written before June. I really hope there are some cute animals in the campaign that will be easy for me to sew. Well, Janice, it's so convenient that you were to say that because in One Piece D&D, there's this adorable little crab, and her name is Belle, and she hangs out with my character Kai. And I'm not saying you have to make a like a crocheted, I don't think this is crochet, but like a felt version, spat version of Belle. But I have to say, I've been trying to find like blue crab plushies, and I really haven't had any luck. So I will pay you if you want to get in touch with me, and we will like figure something out to make like a Belle that's like, like this big, like an actual like life-size kind of Belle plushie or, like version of her. That would be really cool. I want to make a crab sewing pattern for Belle, kitten in a bowl. Yeah, I mean, like, it kind of has to happen at some point, and I'm willing to, like, pay a commission for it, because I really need, I need to have a Belle at some point when I'm to put on my shoulder while I'm playing One Piece D&D. Yeah, I would love to make you a Belle. Yeah, just Belle would be, yeah. That would be great. Thanks to anybody that sends me a Belle. I'll take more than one. Somebody sends me an actual Belle, like, ding! There you go. All right, we only got 2 left, and then I'm going to get going because I am getting kind of hungry. And it's good to be streaming again. And hey, we stream, no problems. All right, I'll wait till the very end of the stream to talk about how great the stream was, because then if it crashes, it's not a big deal. Oh, good. These are the pictures from Techo. Dear Teching, Matt, it was so great meeting you at Techo this year. Sorry for being so awkward. It's okay. You were all good. It was fine. Everybody was fantastic at Techo this year. Some people were a little shy, but like I'm shy too, because I'm blown away that I'm like, oh my God, I have like 50 people here that are here to listen to me. I'm like that as well. Okay. I actually think I saw you earlier that day, but I was too nervous to say anything to you. I'm glad you got to do another panel this year since I missed last year's. I'm sure you met so many fans at the convention, and I was just a little blur in the crowd. But if you, your mom or your friend and back in the Pittsburgh area would like to do something in the cultural district, feel free to reach out to me as I can get discounted tickets through work. Oh, lovely. You were from Pittsburgh. Oh, nice. Actually, no pressure, though, since I don't know if you like the sorts of things, but I wanted to put it out there. I would love to visit. Okay, so Pittsburgh is a pain in the ass to drive around in. It really is. So I usually only go there when there's like a big festival, or I'm there for Techo or some other major event, or like my friends will take me. But yeah, no, if I'm ever there for any reason, with like my friends or something, we can maybe go for like dinner or something like that. It would be fun. Yeah, that would be great. Thanks for all the great content, over the years. Hope to run into you again at Techo next year. And so that is, I don't want to use her name because I've kind of said she lives in Pittsburgh at this point, but I do remember you from Techo. Yes, 100% do expect you to keep the pictures. And yeah, she sent pictures because we when we do a panel at Techo, so we'll do the panel, and I'm up in the room and I'm talking and just like hello, blah 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 blah. And then after the panel, we go out of the room, we file out, and there's this little area off to the side that's like this big empty area, and everybody gets in a nice little line, and I'm at the end of the line, and everybody kind of like takes like, so somebody will come up to me and take a picture, and then the person behind them will take the picture, and then that person will come up and give their phone to the next person, and it's like this conga line of pictures, and everybody's always really cool, and everybody comes up to me and just like, oh my god, some people are a little shy, some people are just like, hey Teching, how you doing? And I'm like, oh hey man, how you been? Oh, I'm great, let's take a picture. You know, it's the fucking greatest time ever. I love it. It's fun. But yeah, it was a fun time, and so thank you for sending me the picture of that. That's lovely. Yes. I love meeting fans. Yeah, it's such a fun time. Yes, thank you so much. Oh my god, this is oh. What? Wait. What the fuck? Hold on. Wait. What? This is a signed letter from Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift was in Pittsburgh, wasn't she? She sang there a while ago. She must have got, oh my god, I got a signed letter from Taylor Swift too. No, the letter from you is better. That's cooler. Meeting the fans is better. I mean, Taylor Swift is okay. I've listened to like a couple of stuff she sings, but that's cool. I'm like, all right. All right. Nani? Hold on. Let me adjust the adjustment here. Let me adjust the camera so you can see the focus here. Man, Taylor Swift has nice handwriting, if that's her handwriting. Oh my god, is that her handwriting? That is really nice handwriting. Is that her handwriting? I don't know. I don't know what Taylor Swift's handwriting is. We're going to have to consult a handwriting expert after this. Hold on. All right, this is better. Okay. Sorry, my hands are kind of shaky. Yeah. I think aren't these just like, I don't know. That's cool. Are you just saying Taylor Swift was okay? All right. Taylor Swift. What are the songs that I know from Taylor Swift? Somebody's like, Teching, you better say one goddamn Taylor Swift song in the next 10 seconds or you're going to get killed. Oh shit, I actually don't know one off the top of my head. There's the one from like middle school that was really big. I remember the music video. It was the two, they were like teenagers and they were like in separate houses and they were like singing and she was like the girl next door and the guy is like, oh no, there's a girl that doesn't like me, and Taylor Swift's like, I'm over here and I'm clearly the one that loves you, and it's just like, okay, there's that one. There's that song. That one, that was a thing. Oh shit. Crap. And then there was the one that my boss was really into at Dollar Tree. Jess, she was really into this song. It's the one where Taylor was dating the guy, and then the guy leaves her, or she leaves the guy, and then she burns his mansion down. What was that one called? I did listen to that one for a while. You Belong With Me. I think that might, yeah, that was it. That was the one. That was the song. Last Friday night, Blank Space. Yeah, Blank Space. I actually listened to Blank Space for a while. Blank Space was on my playlist for a long time. It's not anymore, but it was for a long time. It's just not really my type of music. I'm sorry, okay? That's all of her songs. I have nothing against Taylor Swift. She has a great voice, you know. She sings her songs. She's good. I'm just not. I'm not a huge Swift head. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, I feel like a lot of people are like, it's like, you don't know Taylor Swift? I'm like, Barry, lower the security shutters. Code red. Swift. The Taylor Swift fans are coming. What kind of music do you listen to? I'm really into Powerwolf right now. Powerwolf and like Dragon Force, and like I like that kind of music. I like The Killers. I really like The Killers. Panic at the Disco. Breathe Carolina stuff. I like older music, like stuff from like I like Leonard Skinner stuff, like because my dad listened to that shit growing up all the time, so I kind of have a special place for like things like Freebird and stuff like that, just because my dad listened to those kind of like old like 80s, 70s rock music growing up. So I like some Black Sabbath, I like some AC/DC, I like some Pink Floyd and Leonard Skinner and that kind of shit. But yeah, I have a very weird eclectic collection of music interest. Yeah. What about Blade? I should check them out. I've heard some good stuff about them, yeah. But anyway, thank you for all of the cool... I'll call you L, because you said you lived in Pittsburgh. I don't want to say, like, your first name. But thank you to L for sending me this very nice letter. Your handwriting was impeccable as well. And for this nice signed letter from Taylor Swift, I guess, this might... I don't even... Okay, is this like a song lyric? I don't even know what this is. This night is sparkling, don't you let it go. Wonder and touch, blushing all the way home. Spend forever wondering if you knew I was enchanted to meet you, Taylor Swift. This sounds like song lyrics, yeah. Yeah. First Taylor Swift, now I'm getting a fan letter from L? I could see L at a Taylor Swift concert. I kind of could. All right, hold on. Let me look up Taylor Swift's... I just want to check to see if this is her handwriting. I just want to look at her signature. Let's look at Taylor Swift's signature. Let's see if we could be a handwriting expert here. You know, I can't really talk a lot of... You know, I'm not even going to bring it up. I'm not even going to fucking bring it up. I'm not even going to bring it up. Taylor Swift. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, Taylor Swift's... Okay, so this is not her signature. It's not... Oh, Wait, did she just... Oh, wait, she might have written this down. Was this from Taylor Swift? I don't know if this is from Taylor Swift or not anymore. Either way, if you just, like, left a Taylor Swift quote on there and then signed it, that's great, too. Thank you so much for that. I just don't know if that's actually from Taylor Swift. Oh, man. But it doesn't matter, because most of the audience now knows I don't know shit about Taylor Swift, so it's a moot point. Elle was being cute and writing that in the card. I don't know shit, all right? Anyway, thank you for being cute, Elle. Thank you for writing the song. Thank you for being nice and writing the thing down. Okay, all right, great. If that was not really Taylor Swift, I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Anyway, last letter. This is I think from the I think this is honestly just ending it out with the actually just more mermaid stuff. Okay. Code Swift. All right. Yeah, this is just more mermaid shit. This is just more mermaid stuff. All right. Thank you for the mermaid stuff. I really appreciate all the mermaid stuff I get in the mail. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for all the letters. I will stay on top of this as long as the internet stays maintained. Now we could talk about how good the internet is. This is Techig. He doesn't know anything. Like... All right. But yeah, I appreciate all the mail. Sorry it took so long to open all of it. Thanks to everybody that sent me everything and all that stuff. And I guess I need to go listen to a lot of Taylor Swift now, is from what we basically acknowledged here. Yeah. Did you read Kagurabachi? No. I should check out what was some of the super chats before we go. A few days ago, I received Geography is Everything hoodie in the mail. I answered that one. Thanks for checking out the hoodie. It's a nice hoodie. I liked it. Have you thought of making a history-focused channel? I thought about making a history channel. It would be just like, I would need help with it. I would need like somebody else to help me work with stuff, because like I couldn't do that and this. Like there's just no way. I could maybe see it in the future, like if there's a point where that would end up like, because I would like always talk about anime, but if there's ever a point where the channel is just not working out anymore, and I'm like, it's just not pulling in views like it used to, I might have to completely reinvent myself from the ground up kind of thing. And maybe I would do a travel channel or a like a history channel then. Yeah. The ending of the Gerard Valkyrie fight, yeah, that's probably going to be changed. I think the Seraphim are going to kill Atlas. I think she's going to try to command the Seraphim, but Saturn will reveal he already commanded them. That could be a thing, although they're still trapped in the bubble. So keep in mind. Gremmy should have been in One Piece. I answered that one. One Piece D&D link. That's just on Rush's second channel. You excited for TFS return? I mean, they're not returned, but they did do the boo bits that were really funny. I did appreciate that. Did you read Rooster Fighter yet? I read the first volume that I bought. I haven't gotten the second volume yet, no. I haven't read it online or anything. Yeah, and I think that's all of them. I think the other ones I all read. Oh, hey, Tekking, I'm back home to Florida after my discharge from the Army. I wasn't able to get a charm from the Shinto shrine to send as fan mail, sadly. Hey, that's okay, man. Don't worry about it. Glad you made it home safe and all that. If there was a hippogriff devil fruit, do you think it would be a horse fruit or a bird fruit? It would be a Mythical Zone model hippogriff. That's what it'd be. Yeah, it would be a bird and a horse as a mythological creature. Yep. I was watching a video and a stream you recommended Mugiwara no Goofy, and I started to watch his videos, and it's great, but my question is, how do you find out about his channel? I think just by a recommended listing. I don't think anybody recommended Goofy to me. I think I was just, like, watching YouTube one day, and then, like, I was watching a One Piece related video. It might even have been one of my videos. Like, I was watching one of my videos just to make sure it was good. And then off to the side, it's like, you know, recommended for you. And I think it was that. I think it was that video. I think it was a Thriller Bark video. I think that was the one that got me into watching him. I think it was just recommended for YouTube. I answered that one, but thanks for the 20 pounds from Pirate. Yeah, I got that one as soon as the fan mail segment started, so thanks for that. Okay. Yeah. But that's everything, and that's a good stream. That was about 2 hours almost, yeah, we opened a lot of fan mail and talked about the chapter and got a really good fan art and got this candle, and I thought that L was Taylor Swift. I'll tell you what, sometimes I mistake L from Death Note for Taylor Swift all the time, right? That happens. That happens. Watches his own videos. Yeah, I kind of have to because, like, I have to kind of read comments and stuff. And also just, you know, make sure I'll re-watch a video to make sure, like, oh, I didn't make a huge editing mistake. So when I find out I did make a huge editing mistake, I realize I made one, and I could take the video down and re-upload it, but that's like, you know, it's like the video's already up. So it's just like I can watch the video and be like, oh, I messed up there. Nice. And then, yeah, so that's how it goes. But yeah, thoughts on Carrot from One Piece. She's the Duchess of Zou. She's the Duchess of Zou. Yeah, I think every YouTuber watches their own videos. I'd be very interested in... There was a YouTuber that was just super, like, just did not give a shit about anything. And that was Vagrant Holiday, that dude. If you've ever seen Vagrant Holiday's channel, I would recommend it. It's a pretty entertaining channel. If you're okay with copious amounts of cursing, you'll love his channel because he curses a lot, like even more than me in my heyday. He curses like every 2 seconds, but he's a really funny guy. I thought he was really great. But he's the kind of YouTuber that like gives no shits about anything. So I could see a YouTuber like him like uploading the video and just not caring about it, not reading the comments, not looking at the channel beyond that, you know? Yeah. But other than like other YouTubers like that, I think every YouTuber watches their own shit. I don't think that would be unusual. All right. Thanks for watching. I'm going to get going now. I'm going to go eat my lunch and probably watch the new episode of when Team 4-Star comes out with their breakdown of the next episode of Dragon Ball Z Abridged. They usually come out at 3 o'clock Eastern for me over on the 4-Star Bento channel, so go check that out. There's a mention. And yeah. Kizaru on the thumbnail and almost no actual Kizaru talk. I mean, we talked about the chapter for the first 40 minutes. Who else was I going to put on the thumbnail? I didn't want to put Luffy because I already used him for the chapter. I thought about Lucci, but we didn't talk about him at all. So, yeah. Well, anyway, have a great one, everybody. This will be Tekking, signing out. Bye-sies!